Review Rewind, the show where a couple of friends watch movies of old and aim to figure out if the reviewers were spot on or a little off. I'm Mike.
And I'm Tristan.
And this week we're talking about There's a Snake in My Boots. I mean, Polar Express.
There's a train in my North Pole.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Good Lord. Hi, Tristan.
Hello, Mike.
What's your bright spot?
My bright spot. So recently I was putting together a new desk, and my 3-year-old nephew was over, and he came wandering into the room. He's like, "What are you doing?" And then he just kind of like ended up helping me, and like he didn't actually do much. It was like he turned a screwdriver a couple times, and then I was like, "Okay, you did a great job. Let me finish it." And then like I actually did it, but he was so proud of it. So that was like 2 weeks ago, and then this week he came back, and he's like, "Can I see the desk that we built?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can." It was very cute. And at one point he looked up at me, and he's like, "I've always wanted to work with you." And I was like, "Oh, my heart."
This is the start of a beautiful business relationship.
Tristan and nephew building desks.
I know we're doing the like Sopranos-esque accents, but I don't know why Tristan is really funny in that.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, have you talked to my boy Tristan?
I don't think my name works in any accent, really.
I mean, our accent's fine.
Yeah. Any other one?
Nah. Maybe like Norwegian.
Three. Nope, not gonna. I quit. Let's move it along. What's your bright spot?
My bright spot is tomorrow's the last day of school.
Yeah.
And then I go on break, and I have planned this break to be like a smooth, easy one. Don't have a lot of stuff planned. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good.
Hey, I'm gonna see you this weekend.
That's right. Yeah, spot. That is. You know what my bright spot is? Your beautiful face.
Hey, because it's so white.
In case you missed it, it said he said because he's so white. I don't know about that. I see a little blush. I feel like you're blushing a little. It's okay. You're cute. All right. Directed by Robert Zemeckis. Screenplay by Robert Zemeckis and William Broyles Jr. Based on The Polar Express by Chris Van Allsburg. Produced by Steve Starkey, Robert Zemeckis, Gary Goetzman, and William Teitler.
Yep.
Starring Tom Hanks.
Pretty much.
Also starring Tom Hanks. Guest starring Tom Hanks.
And
Tom Hanks.
Wow.
Or and with Tom Hanks.
Yeah. Little appearance by Tom Hanks.
Cinematography. Don Burgess, Robert Presley. Edited by Jeremiah O'Driscoll. R. Orlando Duenas. Music by Alvar Silvestri. I always screw that up on that first syllable. Production companies. Castle Rock. Shangri-La Entertainment. Playtone. ImageMovers. Golden Mean Productions. Distributed by Warner Brothers. Huh?
Shangri-La.
Oh, okay.
It does matter. Move on.
It is interesting that Warner Brothers was not a production company. They're just a distributor.
Mm-hmm.
Released at the Chicago International Film Festival, October 13th, 2004.
Chicago.
Released in the U.S., November 10th, 2004. Runtime, 100 minutes. Budget, $165 million. Gross in the U.S., about $190 million. Opening weekend, $23 million. Not the best, not a terrible opening weekend, but not the best.
Mm-mm.
Gross worldwide, $320 million. So it didn't do too bad. It did pretty good, actually.
Worldwide, China loved it.
That's our assumption.
Yeah, because most worldwide, it ends up, it's mostly China, and then like other countries go into that, but it's like the U.S. market and the Chinese market typically are the two biggest markets for film.
Do they have those numbers? Like, is that a number that they share? I guess that's a better question. Is that a number that they actually share?
Yeah, you can actually look up the broken down by country.
Cool. We can do that later, because now it's time for Recap Rewind. Now it's time for the Recap Rewind, where we rewind and recap the film for you. Tristan. God, I hope it's you.
What if I told you it wasn't?
We'd wing it.
Yeah.
Speaking of winging it, actually, that doesn't work. That just doesn't work with what I'm about to say. When's the last time you saw this film?
Several years ago.
Okay, so it's not like on a traditions list.
No.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did you read the book when you were a kid? Did your parents read it to you?
I don't have a memory of it. Like I can see the book cover, but I don't remember ever actually reading it. So maybe it did when I was young, but it wasn't like a regular thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Was it for you?
My mom didn't speak English, so we didn't really get books. I didn't read like hardly at all.
Okay, you were just saying that it's interesting that it's not my tradition, as if it was yours. So I just wanted because I'm white.
Yeah,
it's because I'm white.
Yeah. When did this book come out?
Hey, you look that up, and I'm going to read this.
Okay. 1985.
He looked it up. The Polar Express is a movie that follows the story of a young boy named. It's a story about a boy. Yeah. A story about a boy who is starting to lose belief in Santa and Christmas. On Christmas Eve, his parents put him in bed, and the nightmare begins. The boy's room starts to shake, and the sound of a train rushes by his window. He looks out to see a full steam locomotive sitting in the street outside of his house. He hurriedly rushes out the door in his pajamas, ripping a hole in his robe pocket to see what was the clatter. He is greeted by a conductor, one of the many characters voiced by Tom. Wow, I wrote Tom Cruise. Tom Hanks. Who we later find out to be an emotionally unpredictable man who has one mission: to abduct these dang kids and get them to the North Pole. The boy hesitates to board, but at the last minute jumps on the train just before it leaves. Aboard the train, boy enters a car full of dozens of nameless children, all unknowingly on their perilous journey to be sacrificed to the holiday god. One of them is a really nice girl, and another is the most obnoxious kid you'll ever meet, and the rest don't matter at all. The train makes one more stop down the street to another boy who, just like the first boy, doesn't get on the train right away, but he isn't quick enough to board the train, and he falls over. First boy then pulls the emergency brake, pissing off the conductor, but the falling boy gets to get onto the train, but he goes and sits by himself in a different car. The conductor then forces the children to drink hot chocolate in the brief time it takes him and his mindless dancing robots to sing a song. And it doesn't matter if they finish it or not, because they took those cups away faster than you can say hot chocolate. But nice girl.
All the children also had third-degree burns in their tongues.
It's crazy. But nice girl kept one cup under her chair to give to the lonely boy. She goes to take it back, but the grumpy conductor man looks down his nose and then takes her back into the back car. She left her ticket on the seat, though, and oh no, it hasn't been stamped by the conductor. Our idiot main boy grabs it and tries to take it back to them, but the wind catches it and it flies away and goes on its whole journey by itself through the wilderness, only to find its way back to the train, but not before the conductor finds out that the girl doesn't have her ticket and takes her out back. The boy finds the ticket and races after them again and follows them to the top of the train. They disappear into the fog, and then he meets a ghost hobo, and Ghost Hobo abandons him and then comes back to help him. He's supposed to represent that what the boy could become if he stops believing, or something like that, I guess. Anyway, boy gets to the front of the train, and the girl is driving the train because the engineers are doing something, and then there were reindeer, and none of this is important. The movie kind of becomes a 3D roller coaster of incidents, all based on incompetence. They make it to the North Pole. Boy and girl and other boy get lost and then wander around the inner workings of the North Pole, only to be then brought back to where they were all supposed to be. And now the conductor is nice? Anyway, Santa arrives and his minion elves worship him, and they must sacrifice one child to be gifted the first gift of Christmas. And boy is chosen after he can't hear bells and says the incantation 3 times. He's gifted the bell and puts it in his whole pocket, and then loses it because it's his whole pocket, and finally goes back home. He wakes up. Was it a dream? I don't know. He grabs the robe and rips a hole in the same pocket that was there but wasn't there. Now it's there again. And all the presents are open, and one is found remaining under the tree, and it's the bell. But only he and his sister can hear because they believe. But his parents don't, and well, Christmas or something.
Recap!
Yeah, that about sums it up. No complaints here. Wow, geez. When it's laid out like that, it's really something else.
Yeah. It's kind of creepy. The North Pole is a cult. For sure.
Okay. We got so much to talk about this movie. This might be our long Christmas episode, so everyone else buckle up, because I don't know what we're going to talk about, honestly. There's a few things I want to talk about.
Uh-huh.
So, let's get it out of the way. Music.
Mm-hmm.
The environmental orchestration, so the scenes that it's just supposed to be behind what the movie's happening. I'm going to call those environmental orchestrations.
Mm-hmm.
Because it isn't, no one's singing along to them. It's just part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's a little, I like Alan Silvestri. Like, don't get me wrong. I like him.
Mm-hmm.
But his music always feels odd, and I don't know what it is that makes it feel odd. But here's some music.
Sorry, I started talking right before you did that. I apologize. The official, the proper term would be non-diegetic.
Non-diegetic?
Music, yeah.
Environmental orchestration sounds great to me.
Yes, that sounds better.
hearing it in the headphones, like it's orchestrated really well. Like it's beautiful. Yeah. Just one teensy tiny little thing. Just little.
No.
It's kind of the fucking same thing.
Did he do the soundtrack for?
No, John Williams did.
That is straight up Home Alone.
I didn't know what that was. That's like a song box.
Yeah, but yeah.
Let me see if this is a music box. Man, hey, English is not my first language.
No, that's what I'm here for.
Okay. I feel like I'm exaggerating a little, but that feels...
No, that's it.
It's a little more dramatic. It's a little more Tim Burton. But here's the melody. It's the freaking same. It's so close. Oh man. It's only a couple degrees off. Really. This is blah 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 blah. But the idea here go. And then the other one just falls. But it does the same kind of jump. It's slower. It's just slow.
There's a lot of similarities.
Oh boy. You know what? I will be 100% honest. I don't know what the terminology, like what the turn of phrase would be, but I was just kind of like taking a guess on this because my students played this song for our winter concert, the Somewhere in My Memory.
Mm-hmm.
So I had that in my head, and then when I watched this movie, I watched it with the kids. I was just like listening to the music going, gosh, that sounds familiar. Where is it? Phoning it in. I was just phoning it in, and I like looked it up. I was going to say, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Oh, well. And then we played it, and it was the same thing. And I kind of don't know how to like think about that, because Silvestri kind of has one of the more iconic theme songs. He did Back to the Future.
Yes.
And he did The Avengers, which The Avengers is kind of hit or miss for me. But Back to the Future is very, in my mind, iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, outside of the similarities, the music's good. Here's what I'll say. All the songs are really good when you take out the singing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like any of the singing.
Not even Hot Chocolate.
Speaking of. No, but the music's really good. Like, his band is so good.
We got it!
Oh, how we got it! Oh, we got it!
Oh, we got it!
Apparently, I do a pretty solid Tom Hanks's hot chocolate voice.
Yes, you do.
Oh, this is when Josh Groban was like getting fame. Wasn't he on American Idol? Was that where he got his?
I think so.
That line's pretty good. It's a little basic, but it works. It's just outlining the chords. I've used that in compositions before.
Like bells in the distance, we were.
Why do I only think of him as like just some like but he has quite a beautiful voice. It's very stylistic. Let's just say that. But he has a very lovely voice.
He was not a American Idol boy.
No, how did he get famous?
From existing.
No, but I feel like he was on a thing. I don't think he just happened. He's not Jesus.
Kind of looks it.
Nowadays. Certainly. Have I really been this ignorant about Josh Groban? He's been around for like 20 years.
He's been around for a really long time, yeah.
All the songs feel as though like the production company, whether Zemeckis or the people funding it, the producers, whoever, they were like, hey, we got to compete with Disney. Disney has original songs. We got to have original songs. And then no one was like, yeah, but it's Tom Hanks. He's never been famous for his songs.
Yeah, let's have Tom Hanks do music.
And I just don't like them. Let's see. This is the Polar Express. I'm going to fast forward a little. Oh.
You can ride for free! You bet! Golly, look at it go!
The kids are great. The children are wonderful. But I don't know. And that could just be my opinion. I just don't like. Bless Tom Hanks. He seems to be a decent guy from what I've seen. If I'm wrong, I'll go against it 100%. But I mean, like, from what I've seen, he seems fine.
Mm-hmm.
Not a singer.
No.
Not a singer. And that's okay. He doesn't have to be a Renaissance man because he's a really good actor.
He does a lot of other things.
Yeah, he does a lot of other things real well. And the songs, especially when they have the big musical-esque number behind them, don't really do anything for the film. Like the Hot Chocolate song. Could have done the movie without it. Wouldn't have made a difference. Wouldn't have made it better. Wouldn't have made it worse. Would have been the same. The Polar Express one, I mean, with the kids singing it, like, makes sense.
I think the Polar Express one is the only one that kind of like tells you something that's happening. Like it's explaining what the Polar Express is, but everything else just kind of, it is, who is it? I can't remember who talked about this. But the idea of, if you're going to have music if you're going to have a musical, it should be progressing the story,
right,
and not stopping the story.
Right.
And most of these songs feel like they're stopping. Like there is a little bit of progression because like the hot chocolate happens and he takes it. But if they just brought hot chocolate out and she snuck it down and then took it, like the song didn't need to happen.
Right.
I don't know. It's weird. And it didn't. It was a musical that didn't need to be a musical.
Yeah. Oh, certainly.
Best time of the year when everyone.
Sorry to this.
I forgot about
Megan
that
Moore.
song.
She's an adult now, right?
Yes.
None of these names make any sense at all.
What, the characters' names?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should talk about that for a second. Toothless Boy.
Who the hell is Hero Boy?
Hero Boy is the main character.
And Hero Girl
is her.
But then...
And then Lonely Boy gets the name Billy because they say his name.
Nona Gale. Why is it a different name?
Because there are... whoever did the IMDb is crazy because there are... Most of the characters were all... okay, we're gonna jump forward a little bit.
Okay, because I'm really confused.
From a visual perspective.
Okay.
This movie is the first fully animated through motion capture film.
So Nona Gay. Oh, she did the... No, I'm still confused. Continue.
So there are certain characters, or all of the characters, I think, including the children, were acted by adults. So Tom Cruise. Why do I keep saying that? Why do I keep saying Tom Cruise? Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks.
You're really pissed off that there isn't a Mission Impossible Kringle edition.
There should have been like a whole running scene across the top of the snowy thing.
The fact that there's not a Mission Impossible Christmas Eve is fucking nuts. That is a $100 million idea.
They could
$500 million.
Make a short and it would be great. Okay, Tom Hanks. He acted most of the scenes of the boy.
Mm-hmm.
But there's the kid who was the voice of the boy.
Right.
And then there's Josh Hutcherson, who did act some of the actions. And when you know that fact and go back and watch it, you can tell what scenes were acted by Josh Hutcherson.
Okay.
But yeah, so the characters were acted by adults.
Okay. Can you scroll down and look at Gordon Hart? Because this man has accomplished something I never thought could be accomplished. He's at the bottom.
Gordon Hart.
Doesn't he look like an even sadder Ted Cruz? Like his eyes are so sad, and I'm like, I didn't think Ted Cruz could look sadder, but god damn, this guy does it real well.
He did it.
He did it.
Oh gosh.
Okay. So here's the problem. They're listing people as voice on IMDb, and I don't think that's actually what is occurring. Because Peter Scolari did not do the voice of Lonely Boy.
No.
I'm assuming he did the motion capture.
Yes. And that's where the issues are here. And
I think that Nona did Hero Girl motion capture. Now, I will say this. Eddie Deason did, in fact, D's nuts. God damn it. Oh, God, I almost got through it.
He did do the voice. He did do
the voice because if you don't know who Eddie Deason is, the voice he does in this movie is, I think, his voice.
It's just him.
That's just his voice. So he was in a lot of 80s movies with that really annoying voice.
He's also the voice of Mandark from Dexter's Laboratory.
That's it. There you go.
Uh-huh. Okay, if you scroll...
Oh, gosh, yeah. That's such a good show. So do you think Leslie Zemeckis, she did Sister Sarah and Mother, she did the voice of Mother. I would say she probably did the voice of Mother, but I would assume the motion capture of Sister Sarah. I don't think she did the voice.
Yes, somebody needs to come in and redo the credits on
these
IMDb
are bad.
Because it's saying everybody is a voice. But if you scroll further down, you do have the
Hayden
actual
McFarlane.
voice.
Hayden McFarlane did Lonely Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Chantal Valdiviso I think did the talking voice, and I think that this Megan Moore character, I think she may have done the singing voice. Singing,
probably, yeah.
Josh Hutcherson. That's so interesting. I don't think I ever knew that he did the voice.
But there's another character that also, maybe it's this. He doesn't sing though.
He does not sing. Lonely Boy sings.
But there are 3 people who are involved with
Hero Boy. Maybe he does. Oh yeah, Jimmy Bennett also does Lonely Boy. And then Hayden McFarlane. Oh, they're twins. No, they're not. I don't know.
Okay, so there's Daryl Sabara.
Hero Boy. Oh yeah, I just saw that. Huh.
And then Josh Hutcherson. And then Xavier's the French guy. Okay, so hold on. Let's go to...
Interesting. Daryl Sabara. Meghan Trainor's husband.
Oh.
I'm looking at photos and I'm like, hey, was he in a Meghan Trainor music video? And then it's like their kids and Meghan Trainor. I was like, oh no, I think he's actually married to her.
Okay, 3 different actors play the role of Hero Boy. Tom Hanks does the motion capture and adult voice. Daryl Sabara does the voice acting, and Josh Hutcherson does additional motion capturing.
Oh. I don't think we're going to get very far with all this kind of
No, we got lost. Okay, so the music from an orchestrated perspective, it's very beautiful music. Yeah. The singing, we could do without it. Honestly, it doesn't need to be a musical.
The singing pieces can be...
I think there are some uses of the music that don't make sense in the scenes that they're used in. Because that main theme is like very epic, and the scenes just felt like, why is it so epic right now when we're just watching a train go through a peaceful forest? Like,
we will, and I think we can talk about that further in a moment, because I think that has to do with story a little bit, because I want to talk about that before we go to story. I think the best transition at this point would be moving from music to sound.
Okay, yeah.
This movie tries so hard to do something different with sound, and I hate it. There's so many scenes where there's just no sound, or it's supposed to represent some kind of quietness, and that would be fine for like one scene. But they do it like 8 times.
We need to acknowledge a bigger picture element here, which is this movie is an experiment.
Yes.
It is a showcase of technology. It is not a good movie. It's
agreed.
It was, like I said before, it's the first full motion capture animation, and I think it was one of the first movies that was released in both like standard and 3D in theaters
of that time, and probably of this genre. I guess we could say animation.
And it's very obvious that there are some very 3D moments that are happening. So this movie was made for the experience,
right?
And to show off what their technology can do.
Correct.
But because of all of that, we get this really weird... It felt like they didn't actually try with the sound editing. Like it's quiet. There's like background sound, but it's all so low, as if we should be hearing something else in the foreground, but we only have background sound.
Right.
It's just awkward. Like, it feels uncomfortable the whole time from a sound perspective.
Right. And to have such a great composer working on it and not utilizing that feels a little wasteful, but also just kind of in the pronouncement of the whole project. If you're going this far for the animation part, you kind of have to go that far for everything else. And it feels like they did it.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of like the scene of the ticket, like going through the wilderness, going through all of that, and then it like lands back in the train. And then we just have this lingering shot of it flapping in the vent. And the sounds that we're hearing is like very muffled train in the background, very muffled children, even though we are in the car with the children and we just hear.
Right. As though we're on a phone call with that ticket.
Yeah. It's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just an odd thing. That's really my main concern. Like the sound's rough in this movie, and a lot of it is rough because of choice. And that sucks. Anything else on sound? I just felt like we needed to point that out.
Yeah, no, I think it's important because it's part of the experience, and we've never really had to talk about sound that much, but when it stands out this much,
it stands out a lot because there's so much dead sound happening throughout this film.
There's not a lot of talking that happens, and then when it does happen, you're like, shut up.
Yeah. No one cares what you say. Alrighty. Visuals. We got to talk about it. Might as well do that. First of its kind, motion capture.
The train looks beautiful. Whoever acted out that train, excellent job.
Also Tom Hanks. Believe it or not.
I'm just imagining him like Benedict Cumberbatch did Smaug.
Yeah.
And just
he's
Tom
like
Hanks crawling around.
Yes, that was good. A lot of the scenes looked really good. Excuse me. But I'm going to put it like this. This is as nice as I'm going to say it. This was the first of its kind, a motion cap film, which is an accomplishment unto itself. But I also think this movie is the reason that Hollywood was like, maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we don't even do. And why motion capture in a lot of aspects are relegated to like video games where you're working on the Unreal Engine, which is pretty powerful, but to try to go in there and code everything and do everything, it might actually just be easier to motion cap because the detail's only going to get so far. That sounded like I knew what I was talking about. I don't. Someone could correct me on that. I'm just going off of what I've seen from the corridor crew.
I mean, there's a lot of it in video games. It is more in film, but I think this one was a like, hey, maybe this isn't the way to animate an entire movie. But I mean, if you think about it, we have.
But I think motion capture even today is used as like reference, not as the guiding principle.
Sort of, because if you think about, I mean, Lord of the Rings, we talk about that. Gollum is motion cap, and they use that, and then in The Hobbit, Smaug and some of the other characters were motion cap. In the Avengers movies, the Hulk is motion cap mostly for reference, but they also do like utilize.
That's why he gets the floating head in the Iron Man costume.
Yeah, because it's
motion cap.
Yeah. Thanos, like those characters are all motion cap. The Planet of the Apes series, a lot of motion capture there. So like they are utilizing it. It's just in a different way. And it's come a long way since it did at this time. So it's important to acknowledge that what they did with this movie is really, really impressive.
Yeah.
But it feels like an hour and a half. Is that how long this movie is?
Yeah.
An hour, 40 minutes of a cutscene in a video game. And I would say the sound editing, the animation, everything about it is just a giant cutscene.
Here's where I struggle. Shrek came out 5 years before this.
Mm-hmm.
Shrek looks a lot better.
Yeah.
The same year that this movie came out, Shrek 2 also came out. The Incredibles came out.
Mm-hmm.
There is something to say that whatever process they decided on maybe was not the best process.
Mm-hmm.
And it's rough.
Yeah. The two things that stand out to me are they, one, relied way too much on the face capture animation. They just used what was captured from the motion capture. They did not enhance it in any way. And so all of the looks and expressions, when you go from real to animated, it loses a lot of life.
Mm-hmm.
You lose a lot of the intricacies. And so often in film now, they will go in and they will be like, okay, we have this. Now let's go into the face and make it feel more realistic. They did not do that here. So we get these really just robotic feeling, like dead characters. Like they're there, but there's no life behind their eyes. The other thing is, I think they leaned too much into trying to make these characters look real. Like they're animated. They didn't try to make like
an
real
animated
life
version of, they're trying to keep the
proportions are too real. And I think they needed to go more cartoony with it to make it feel better. But
especially with the animation style, or rather I guess their final rendering of things.
Mm-hmm.
The skin looks bad. The texture looks bad. Fabrics look awful. They're not working in any way, shape, or form the way they're supposed to. And there doesn't seem to be any like double checking on it. Because in the 90s, fabric did look rough.
Yeah.
But they would go back and they would animate fabric when it needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And these kids are wearing nightgowns and they're bending over and they're doing a bunch of stuff that would cause the nightgown to react in a certain way. And they're just in a cone that bends.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't respond in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
And then the most detail on hair they did was the beard on the screaming guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like that hair was pretty detailed. Actually, the two engineers were animated pretty well. I wonder if they were even motion captured. I think maybe reference, but they were very cartoony.
Yeah,
their proportions were more cartoon, and they were the cleanest in detail.
Which is strange. I'm just looking at some of these screenshots, and it's like the faces just
show me.
Strange.
I want to react similarly.
Is it that one? It's that one. Okay.
Here we go. Ah.
So this is Hero Girl.
Yeah.
And her face just seems off.
It seems really oddly proportioned. Look straight into the camera. Yeah. Are her eyes like really close to her temples?
They feel really far apart.
Yeah.
And then her mouth feels really big and like
the teeth look like when kids draw teeth for the first time.
Yeah, it's very odd. Here's this kid that kind of looks like Haley Joel Osment, but isn't, and the elves are so creepy.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta talk about. So here's one of the conductors. It's the bearded one, and he has very cartoony. But look at his clothes. Look at his face. Look at his hair. That's actually like appropriate detail for the time. The hard part is we're talking about 2004. We're not talking about 1996. And while yes, the technology was not as advanced as it is now, everything should look better than Toy Story.
Yeah.
Period. And none of the characters do except for the two conductors.
Yeah, they put more effort into.
I think the only thing that's motion capture about them is their movement. I don't think any of the modeling or any of those details are based on the motion capture because they're not humanly proportioned correctly.
No, it's very strange. And like even this guy's face has more expression than anybody else in this entire movie.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. That's an ad. Okay.
Oh,
also, if you
back.
ever
those fucking waiters in the hot chocolate,
the waiters in the hot chocolate,
I had never ever noticed it. Never did I notice it. And then this time watching it, I was immediately creeped out by them.
If you watch them, their faces don't change the entire time. Straight faced, like just a blank stare.
Which is crazy because.
And if you had like live people doing this, they'd be big smiles on their face. They'd be like doing around. These guys are just like no emotion whatsoever.
Well, and it distracts from the song because it's supposed to be like a happy song. But these characters are just straight faced the whole time, and it doesn't really make any sense.
They don't look happy at all.
And even when they do smile, they smile for a moment and immediately go back to what they're.
Yeah, like the animation just like shuts off. Why is that so small? Okay.
Weird.
That didn't work. There are screenshots, but they're the
you know what? And I gotta say, IMDb is so funny because it feels like, hey, if someone can pay for pro, they can just post whatever they want. There was just a family wearing Polar Express shirts in front of the Polar Express, which is in Europe somewhere, I think. They have like a model of the Polar Express.
Is that where it is?
Yeah. Anyway, so overall, animation, little rough. Some of the nature stuff is pretty good. Some of the animals aren't terrible. The caribou looked pretty good. The two conductors did look good. It would have been nice if the rest of everyone had that kind of attention. Elves, wild.
The elves are weird.
Yeah. They're almost like too proportioned. They're like a I guess what you could say like an average height person proportion. Like if someone was symmetrically proportioned, but from what we've seen from the anatomy of little people, I think that's the politically correct term. Someone who deals with dwarfism, their proportions are different. No one had any proportion like that. So this was literally like a symmetrical person shrunk down.
Yeah.
And I think that may have made it weird because we're just not accustomed to seeing that. Because the reality is, who are that size? Children. Guess what? Children, not symmetrical.
Yeah,
they're not proportioned correctly. Find an infant, try to make them touch their own hand over their head. They cannot do it.
Yeah.
Because their head is too big.
They really did make like child-sized adults.
But I think they're even more symmetrical than children. I love my children. I think my children are beautiful, and I think they're perfect the way they are. They're not symmetrical.
Yeah.
And it felt like every character was symmetrical. The problem with this movie, too, is it's so much to do. It's so ambitious. There has to be a point where everyone's like, fuck it. Just make some people have the same animation, but just spread them out. And you have so many characters on screen at the same time. You're going to have a bunch of people moving the same way in different places. And your eye and your brain are not going to notice that and go, oh, look, they're all walking the same. But your brain is going to notice it and go, that looks unnatural. The uncanny valley of animation in a global scale. Like you notice those things. Maybe your brain doesn't pick out what it is, but you do notice it. And my brain was immediately noticing that with the caribou, with the elves. There was just a lot of instances where it was like, there's a lot of things on screen, but there's about 15 things that are moving exactly the same in exactly the same time. And that's weird. Ew. Yeah. So I'm sure we could keep talking about how the animation did not age well.
Yeah, it's just.
So let's get into the story and how the story doesn't really age well either. Okay. First thing I want to point out, since we're talking about the elves and we're talking about the story, some of this movie tries to throw in jokes, even if the jokes don't necessarily make a whole lot of sense. Now, if this is insensitive, I will accept that, but I'm just kind of speaking within context. I don't think that there would be a standard religion for the elves. But there was definitely an elf, a head elf, who was speaking Yiddish. Which makes me think Jewish. And then I was like, can there be Jewish elves?
That doesn't make sense for
this movie. It's a little confusing. Counterintuitive. I don't know. And it was like he had like a Brooklyn accent, and the writers were like, yeah, but a guy from he'd be Jewish. He'd be Jewish. So make the elf Jewish. And it just reminds me of like this little tiny thing of like, I don't know if Robert Zemeckis is a racist. I don't know. But he does a lot of things in his movies that makes me go, I don't know if he understands races. Like, I don't think he understands how insensitive some of his things might be. Like, I think we talked about when I did the episode with Krista about Forrest Gump, and I know Crack definitely did it, but how like all of the things that Forrest Gump was involved with were things that people of color had accomplished. And then it felt like it was whitewashing history a little bit by having this white character go in and then now do all those things that, black characters had, or historical characters had done. Historical people who were black had done. That's a weird sentence to try to fill out. And I don't think this is egregious by any ways. It just was one of those things where it was like, you want him to say a Yiddish word. But is it because the character has a Yiddish background? Or is it that you just think Yiddish words are funny?
Mm-hmm.
And if you just think Yiddish words are funny, that's kind of racist.
That's problematic, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
mm-hmm.
I don't think he's trying to hurt anyone. There's just a little bit of me that thinks he might be a dumb guy.
But I agree that when that happened and I was hearing that character, it's like, this feels kind of wrong.
Right. And not wrong because someone spoke Yiddish. It was wrong because it's like you're making an elf character. What are you saying about this elf character?
Mm-hmm.
And then not that every person who speaks Yiddish is like, full-fledged religious Jew, but I think there is maybe some attachment to the identity of Judaism.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it just feels at the least it feels confusing.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings a question that just shouldn't even be in there. You could have just made him New York.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of funny alone of like, oh, got this elf from New York. How about that?
Yeah.
But the Yiddish part was suddenly like, how does that work?
Yeah,
it's kind of weird that there would be a New York person, but maybe the elf just really likes TV. I don't know.
It also, they made that same...
He just really likes Billy Crystal.
That same elf made a joke, or I guess it was supposed to be a joke or something that had a feeling that was like, this is a kid's movie, and this is the thing that the message that we're trying to express to children, which was, what does he say when he and the other elves are like, oh, we gotta go because like time is money or something, and
yeah,
it's like a very like, okay, first of all, you guys are elves. Are you saying that you get paid? Like,
right.
is there a whole thing?
Are you saying that Santa has fully devoted himself to capitalism?
Yeah.
Okay, so
and just like the sentiment that's
That's my town. I'm from Grand Rapids.
I will tell the audience. I just picked a random video because it was the right scene, and it is just someone holding a phone to a TV or something like that.
Uh-huh.
It looks awful. It's so bad.
Here's the thing, though. Honestly, feels like a better experience.
We got a troublemaker now. Just what we need. Pigs aren't paying enough. What's his 20? Apparently, some kid from Maplewood, New Jersey stuck some gum in his sister's hair. New Jersey? Is that the same kid that put the tick underneath his teacher's tailor's hair? No, sir. This kid's name is Steven. So, what do we do, Chief? Like the big man? We talking nothing for Christmas here?
Creepy. I will say
this scene is creepy.
This scene's real.
They have live action children.
Yeah, so I was gonna make a point of that. We have a completely CGI film, motion capture, and then in this scene where they have like security film of all the children of the world, which is frightening to say the least. This movie makes a lot more questions than it should have. Because you could just bow out and say, "Hey, Santa's magic. He knows." But this is no. Santa knows you've been good or bad because he's spying on you.
Because he's watching you.
With magic security cameras. Make sure you cover the windows in your bathroom. Like, I don't know what it's supposed to tell me, but it freaks me out a little.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was really weird, that scene, visually. To go through all this, and every single person is just Thanksgiving full of Uncanny Valley. And then just real children.
And then it's like, hey, what if we make it more obvious how strange these characters look by putting them next to an image of real life people?
Oh, hold on 1 second. No.
Imagine that the kids on the security cameras are actually animated too, and for some reason they put in like hours and hours of effort to make them look real.
Okay, YouTube came out the year after this, and I know it's been going on for a while, but this is like a legitimate example of like unintentional child exploitation. Because I say YouTube because not that much longer, people started to try to, well, not try to, but make content off of their children, off of their family. There's lots of documentaries about it, all of that. Now thinking about this movie, so many of those children were probably just the cast and crew's family. And so now all of those kids, like Steven, is he an actor? Or is he just a kid of one of the people? And now he's always going to be like in this.
Yeah. Sorry,
No, go for it.
I just realized Daryl, the voice of
Meghan Trainor's husband,
is Junie from Spy Kids.
The fuck?
It's Junie. Because there's a picture of him on here, and I was like, why was he at the red carpet? It's because
yeah, there he is. Yeah. Look at him.
It's just on IMDb on his profile. It's him as an adult now, and it's like, who's that guy?
Well, when I saw his face in the IMDb thing, my brain did think he looks a little familiar. But then there's a picture of a thing called Working on It. If you scroll through his pictures, doesn't look that way. He looks very different in that photo. Oh God, yeah. That is, wow, look at that. Wow. I didn't think Junie would be only about the bass, but there you go. Hey. That was pretty good.
Hey, he did the thing.
He said the thing, he did the thing.
He did the thing, and it's the thing.
Okay. Moving on
up.
Elves were weird. That was just a weird little thing that when it happened, you know, I was just like, what? And then the elves are just kind of odd throughout the whole thing. I don't exactly know why.
I can't. They feel so culty. There's the whole thing of like the balloon, the presents, all the presents of the world are put into a giant bag. That giant bag is lifted up by a balloon type thing, and then they start bringing it down, and they're like, "Oh no, you're bringing it too low," and they knock over the star. Oh no, first people jump off and they parachute off, and they're like, "Oh wow," and they're like, "No, you're still too low," and then they hit the star on the top of the giant tree, and it starts crashing down, and then they bungee jump off and grab it and put it on. Is this orchestrated chaos that's happening? I don't know. Or is this incompetence?
Okay.
And they just are so good at fixing their incompetence.
Before we get there, I just want to say one thing, because we were talking about the elves, so we can talk about the North Pole a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't like the cliche, the trope that the North Pole would just be old-fashioned. I don't like that because you cannot tell me that the mythical greatest builder in the world and his team of people would be behind on technology. So when they're looking in the window and they see a bunch of record players that are leading to specific rooms, I'm like, this is 2004. And you're telling me Santa ain't got a CD player yet?
But also, what time is the movie taking place?
Even if it's in the 80s, he should have a CD player by then.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. An 8-track?
I don't, because the movie feels like it's taking place at a older time, but they also have TVs.
Yeah.
It's very confusing.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So, to kind of talk about what your point was, if you want to reiterate, you may, the idea of the chaos, organized chaos. Is that how you were what did you say?
Something like that. Or orchestrated chaos.
Orchestrated chaos. What?
No. Go ahead. Go.
I think the problem with this movie isn't necessarily orchestrated chaos as much as unlimited MacGuffins. Because every single turn is like, well, this problem happens. Then this happens. Then this happens. Then this happens. So Trey Parker, he does South Park. He talked about, I think he learned it in college. I don't know if he came up with it, but it was the idea of like when he writes a script, he has a lot of this happens, then this happens, then this happens, then this happens. And he says to shorten it up, to tighten it up, he goes, this happens because this happens, therefore this happens. So he changes them to connect them and give reason to the events, not just event happens, then another event happens, then another event happens. This whole movie plot-wise is just this happens, then this happens, then this happens, then this happens. And so
for
like
no reason. Yeah.
So like every answer to a problem is just a MacGuffin that comes out of nowhere. Because the whole idea, like the whole premise for a bunch of the activities that occur are unnecessary. Like the conductor took the child. Who gives a shit if she has her ticket? He took her. He knows. He would know. It wasn't like the conductor was going to go to whatever length he went and then just went like, never mind. You don't have a ticket. You cannot.
Yeah, like he stopped at these places knowing that these kids should be getting on the train.
Right. He has like a bio on them.
The tickets only exist for the end when he gives them their ticket back and it says the word of the thing that they learned on their trip.
Right.
That's why the ticket exists.
Oh God. Which brings up another like issue. So there is no free will, but there is no debate. If I get killed tomorrow, I had no choice in it. But there's no how much of this movie with the kids learning their lesson is actually them learning their lesson, or this predestined train of doom making them learn this lesson? And does that then bring about, like, is that the Christmas spirit, or is this just like coercing good behavior from children through trauma?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, because he puts the letter on the ticket, that's the lesson they're learning. So they don't have a choice in the matter.
Yeah.
It makes it seem as though it's like a magic trick. But in reality, it's like a power trip.
These kids were predestined to.
And whether that's the power of the conductor or of Santa or whoever, God in this story, like,
yeah, there.
Ew.
Yeah, there's something
that is so unsettling.
Okay, so another issue that I have with the story of this, yes, everything that happens for no reason, and then it just goes to another thing that happens for no reason, and it's all like the only thing that you could put it to is like everybody's incompetent, and like they only become competent when they need to be. So like the engineers, they're messing around on the front of the train. They lose the pin. They're juggling it around. Nothing's happening. And then finally they get that pin back in and they're expertly navigating across the lake, the frozen lake, as if they knew what they were doing the whole time. But like moments ago, we saw how much of idiots they are. So like both of that can't exist in the same thing. The other thing about this story, along with the like, are they predestined or whatever? We get our main hero boy. And his whole thing is, does he still believe?
Right.
And he gets to the end. He gets to the North Pole. He sees all the elves. He sees all the gifts. He sees all the things. And he's trying to see Santa through the crowd. And he realizes he can't hear the bell. And then he finally says, I believe. I believe. I believe. And then Santa is next to him. Earlier in the movie, we get a very similar comment to what we heard last week in the Santa Claus, which is said by the conductor, seeing is believing, but sometimes the most real things in the world are the things we can't see.
Right.
If this is the lesson that they're teaching us, then how come the boy who believes doesn't believe until he's actually seen the thing? And the only reason why he, in the ending monologue, is like, eventually my sister Sarah like stopped hearing the bell, but I never did. I heard it for the rest of my life or whatever. It's like, because you saw the thing.
Right.
And the lesson that this movie is telling us that it wants us to learn is that we can believe without seeing. But the one character who we are supposed to be connecting to only believes because he saw.
Is the bell PTSD? Like, I know that's I'm a funny guy, but there is some seriousness to that, because does he hear the bell the rest of his life, or is it a trauma response? I looked up the PDF. Sorry. I mean, I thought about the book. And this movie adds a lot to it. And the things that it adds are the trauma aspects. One, before we get fully into the trauma, this boy is a fucking idiot. And I say that with all the disrespect. How are you going to tell me that this giant ass train appearing on a place with no track right in front of your house, you just are doubting the whole time? How are you not immediately like, this track is impossible? There's got to be something good here. Maybe there is something to it. He's in the North Pole, and he's still like, I don't hear the bell, thus saying I don't believe. It's like, maybe you don't need to believe. Maybe you just need to stop being an asshole. Like, There's, yes, the message of the story should have been, believing. No, I don't even know if the message of the story needed to be believing. I think the message of the story needed to be, let's remember what Christmas is.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas is not about the presents. Christmas is about this, like, this magic, this thing that is so much bigger than all of us.
Mm-hmm.
They could have gone anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But they stuck to believe and then sent contradicting messages throughout the film to then leave us in a position where I think that line is from the book. Is it not? The
believing.
My sister.
Oh, that's.
At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell. It's sideways.
Yeah, I can tell.
Oh, wait, I can rotate it like a fucking idiot. Yeah, it's from the book. So at one time, most of my friends could hear the bell, but as years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound. Though I've grown old, the bell still rings for me as it does for all who truly believe. But this book doesn't contradict itself in those manners.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the movie adds so much that it really just kind of contradicts itself.
I don't think this movie needed the peril in the way that we got it. I think
they could have had the, like, train going off the track. That was kind of cool. That whole thing. I don't think it needed the hobo. I don't think it needed the den of dead toys.
That was so creepy.
And needless.
Uh-huh.
What was the point? That character, that room, the whole point was just to, like, scare him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why.
Yeah, it feels like this. There are things that feel like they're supposed to be metaphors or blah, blah, blah. But this movie doesn't successfully get there. I don't really feel like the kid is in doubt or questioning anything, really. Like, we're told that he is, but he really just seems like, what's happening? Like,
yeah,
that's his response to the whole thing is what's going on. And it doesn't make sense. It's a magical train.
Yeah.
While the scenes of, like, the train getting across the lake and falling off the tracks is fun to watch, it's a magical train.
Yeah. That's why it's fine.
It could do whatever it wants to.
Yeah. If they came at it from that, but you trying to tell me that Dodo 1 can fucking train surf on the ice? Ski?
These guys over here have been working this train their entire existence, and they're going to be dumb enough to let a pin fall out of a... Like, what is happening? It's a magical train. There should be no peril that happens unless the magic is affected by the children not believing. And there you go. That's how you connect in. Belief is that the peril is being created because not enough children believe. There you go.
Right.
We fixed it.
And I think the message of the book is, even because as you're talking, I'm listening, but I am also reading the book. And I don't think the lesson is that he believed. I think it's he was growing up and he was having that doubt. And the reality is Santa is as real as you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And through this experience, he saw, it was real. and it was real the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it actually happened or it didn't. But there was no weird hobo. There was no death room. There was no overly sassy, kind of mean conductor.
Mm-hmm.
There was no weird lost children through Santa's city. I think it's more so like he ended up wanting in the book. It seems, if I'm kind of gathering this correctly, it seems he wanted the bell because it was like, if I have the bell, then I have that thing that I can always have to remind me of this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And Santa knew that and gave it to him because Santa is cool. And but there's so much in this movie that's just like, why is this here? Why is this here? The conductor blaming the boy for being late, stopping the train, being late, and being like, in all my years of doing this, I've never been late. And it's like, how? Because those motherfuckers suck at driving this thing. You trying to tell me they have never made you late? Ever? I feel like losing a pin is a daily occurrence for them. Whether it's the one in the handle or the one in their brain, they're missing a pin somewhere.
Yeah. Can we talk about the kids that were being drowned in the car as the lake crumbled below them? And the last couple of cars, which are the cars that the children were in, start going into the
can we also
and we don't acknowledge the peril that those children are in. We're only paying attention to two children.
Right. Can we also note that that train track is in that lake? So that train is going through that is an iced lake, but that train track is going through that lake. So are they just drowning kids every year?
Every year.
The Polar Express during the summer is just like an execution train. Like
it doesn't make sense. It's a magical train. It can do whatever it wants. Why is it going across a lake? Why is it going across an icy lake in the first place?
Hold on. Can we talk about something?
What are we talking about?
Speaking about magic, the conductor told the story about how he almost died. He almost fucked his life, and I'm like mad about it now. This movie's suddenly making me really mad. And he said that something saved his life. Did they ever answer what it was? Because the girl was like, I think it was an angel. And I was like, no, we're not. No, we're magic. We're not doing angels right now.
Yeah, but we had ghost hobo.
Magic. That could be explained by magic.
Yeah, but that's.
But does he exist?
They never explain what it is, and it suggests
is
him
ghost
saying that he got saved. It suggests that the ghost hobo saved him.
Do you think? Yeah, but they don't actually answer it. I don't think.
No.
And there's so many questions.
Yeah.
Is the hobo real?
Maybe.
But
is any of it real?
But his campsite thing just like appears and disappears. It's not a real thing.
Yeah. Is the hobo a part of the kid's brain?
Like, is it the consciousness of the Polar Express
processing? Did any of
Does
it actually
the Polar
happen
Express
because his
have a
pocket
soul?
was fixed in the morning?
No, it wasn't.
His pocket was fixed, and he grabs it, and then it tears open, just the same way it did the night, and all the marbles fall out again. His pocket was not ripped when he wakes up in the morning.
Are you serious? Did I miss that?
Apparently, because it
was he telling the future?
None of it happens.
All right.
Because there's even this scene.
I have a suspicion of that. Sorry, everyone.
There's a scene where they're like, "Is this a dream?" And he's like, "No, trust me." If it's
wait, the hobo said that?
No. One of the other children, who was important, said to the most important child, "Is this a dream?" And most important child says, "No, this is not. I trust me," or whatever. I don't know what he says, but he confirms that it's not a dream. I'm pretty certain this is all a dream. But then also he gets a thing from Santa, but the parents don't hear it. So what if? Ready for this? What if the bell? Like nobody else read that note. Only he read that note. This kid is suffering PTSD, and none of this actually happened.
This child is in a psychiatric ward.
Because we don't see him hanging out with Billy later.
Yeah, he doesn't look for him.
He doesn't, and they're neighbors.
Wait. No, it doesn't rip fully. It just rips more. Because when they first show it, I'm going to share my screen.
To me, maybe it's just ripping a bigger hole, but it looked like it was doing it because the marbles fall out again.
Okay, so he's walking up.
Beginning of the movie that we're watching here.
No, this is the end.
This is the end?
Yeah.
This is the end.
So his sister wakes him up. He gets out of bed.
Hey, look at this. The marbles fall out. This movie takes place in like the 50s or 60s.
No. See? It rips more. My brother in Christ.
But why are there marbles in the freaking pocket if there's a hole in it?
You can see the hole right there.
Why are there marbles in the freaking pocket?
You can already see the hole.
Go back to the beginning. Take it back to the beginning
of the film?
The whole movie. Go back to the beginning of the movie when it happens the first time.
No, bro. It doesn't happen the first time. He's already in bed.
That kid, now that I see it, that kid is Josh Hutcherson. For sure.
When does he put the rope? Like when they first find the hole?
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Right after this. Right, the train comes through.
And his radiator seems to squeal at the same time.
Yeah, this kid also touched the radiator. Okay.
What the fuck? It opened the same amount.
It opens the same amount, and marbles pop out of the pocket. He can't put marbles back in that pocket. And so in the morning, he wakes up and it does the same exact thing.
You're right.
None of it happened.
You're absolutely right.
It didn't even happen.
The problem with it is this goddamn movie tried to add too much. Because look in this book. No hole, no pocket, no plot hole. The only hole we need is a plot.
They do get served hot chocolate though.
They do, but no one's dancing.
Some of these scenes make sense now because it's like, oh, we captured an image directly from.
That's fine. That's totally fine. They should have done that.
Yeah, but it just explains, like, there were some shots where it's like, why is this happening? It doesn't make sense. Seeing the pictures from the book.
The eagle doesn't make sense. The wolf makes sense. That would have been a good establishing shot.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole eagle scene with the ticket. The ticket was also really dumb.
What if it was just a nice movie where a kid gets on a train and he goes to the North Pole and Santa Claus is there to go ho ho ho, and then he goes back home? What if it was just that? Probably would have been a better movie.
Probably would have been about an hour 20. And you know what? That would have been the right length. We watched How the Grinch Stole Christmas last year.
Yeah, we did.
That movie was like 2 hours.
Yeah, it was.
It was too long.
It was too long.
In the last
and too horny.
Way too horny. This movie, no horniness whatsoever.
For the best.
Yeah. I would expect some from the L's, but none a bit. No. I guess my point with that is not the horny part, the duration of the film. I've watched Charlie Brown Christmas, the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas animation. Chuck Jones worked on it. I didn't know that for a long time.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, Chuck Jones is one of the fathers of Looney Tunes. And those are 25 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell the whole story. They do everything they need to do. This whole, hey, we got to make an hour 40 to 2 hour long Christmas movie. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. I say it needs to stop.
It's got to stop.
This movie's too long. They could, you know what? They could have done the like initial ticket punch thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not the. They could have done the caribou. I'm kind of fine with that. They could have done the ice train skating.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, they even could have done a little bit of the kids get lost in the North Pole.
Mm-hmm.
But so much of this film is so fucking pointless.
Yeah, if they did the, like, they get on the thing, they get the hot chocolate happens, and then they go across the lake, and then the lake starts to crack, and it's not because of some stupid thing that's happening, but it's just because, like, they're on a lake, and the lake starts to crack, and then they have to, like, do the thing. Perfect. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Great. Do it. It's adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We get some of the roller coaster-y things because, you know, it's a 3D film. So we got to have some roller coaster experience. And then, go to the North Pole. They go to get the kid. The train falling and them getting lost. That makes sense. Okay, cool.
Hey, how unpleasant of an experience would it be to watch a 3D movie for an hour and 40 minutes?
Hey.
Yeah. No. Especially back then.
I think I would have gotten motion sick to this.
Yeah. This movie, it's too long for the experience.
Too much movement.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
There's a lot of bad choices all around in this film. Bobby, no thank you. Alrighty. So, endless MacGuffins, orchestrated chaos.
Make a movie called Endless MacGuffins.
And it has to be a film that is completely self-aware.
Uh-huh. It's
rough anime, just too much of a story.
It just feels
or rather too much of a movie without story. Like there had to have been in a pre-production point where they had something that was shorter and someone was like, stretch, you gotta stretch it out. And they're like, I don't know. And then they just kept getting to the point where they landed at an hour 40 with all the stuff. They're like, you're going to love this.
It would have been better if they did it as a short film and they could still showcase all of the magical things that they wanted to showcase, and it would be a better movie.
Yeah, it'd be a really good movie. Honestly,
even if they cut out all the awkward silence,
the budget shit makes it tough because It feels like a really long TV movie. Quality, everything just kind of feels like a TV movie, except it has Tom Hanks in it. Yeah, I don't know. There's no character development. All the characters kind of suck. The kids' motivation to believe in Christmas feels ill-got. Like, it's just not great.
Yeah, the one kid, it doesn't learn a lesson.
Which one?
The annoying one.
That guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like supposed to learn a lesson, but he doesn't learn that lesson.
No, he doesn't.
That
lonely kid is suffering from some just awful depression.
I think
he is too young to be
okay. He's also, when he first ran for the train, it really looked like he was paralyzed because his one arm was just like flopping.
I was wondering that because I was noticing him a little bit more later, because a lot of his animation looks odd.
Mm-hmm.
If it's on purpose because he has some kind of ailment, okay, cool. Like, but they never actually say it.
Yeah, they don't say that they just say that he's lonely. But I feel like the way that
if they were saying he was lonely because
he was sick,
yeah. If they said he was lonely because he was sick, then we'd be like, oh,
it would make us feel something for the kid.
Yeah. I was just like, does he not know how to tell a joke? Does he do what I think? Does he do the thing I do, which is just like when someone tells a joke and you just take it literally?
You know, taking things literally is great. Is a great thing to do.
Oh man, I think I ruin people's like days when they're talking to me. Like I'll be working on something, and they're like, "Nah, you're gonna spend a couple days on that." It's like, like my response should be like, "Oh yeah, ha ha ha," and I'm just like, "No, I'll probably have it in about 20 minutes." You know, it's like, and there's so many times that I respond, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, "Shit." He was making a joke, and I didn't. Fuck.
Yeah, I had an interaction with someone the other day where they said something, and I did like the, and then I stopped, and I was like, "I need you to repeat that. I don't actually know what you said."
Oh my gosh, that is me all the time, all the time.
And
when I'm at work, and people are like talking, I'm just going off what they are doing. Like if they start laughing, I'm like, yeah, and then I walk away and I'm like,
what happened?
Well, that's something I'm never gonna know. And then I bet you that person's gonna come up to me in a couple days and be like, "Hey, remember that conversation we had?" I'll be like,
not at all.
Not a bit. I have auditory processing disorder.
Yay. I think we're ready. I don't think there's anything else to say.
This movie is not quotable.
We did it.
We did it. We got through it. Now it's time for the review rewind, where we took a look at a positive review and a negative review, and we see where we fall. Tristan, this movie, it's 61% on Metacritic, 55 Rotten Tomatoes, 64 Rotten Tomato audience, and 6.6 on IMDb. Why don't you go ahead and read the positive review?
The Hollywood Reporter gave it a 100. A story that soars with breakneck pace, but slows.
So many dead children
in all the tender moments.
Because they broke their neck.
Visually, this train ride is both majestic and edge of your seat.
That was lame. I'm sorry for my joke. I feel bad saying it. I know they were not real children, but I just feel responsible for.
I know, but let's be honest here. The end of that train,
there
was
were definitely,
whipping around.
You know what? Logically, there were some children who would have definitely hurt themselves. There were no seatbelts.
Those kids weren't even sitting down. They were getting slammed against the walls. The lonely boy in the back was by himself.
Hey, you know what? I want to just one more point now that you said that, because it brought back a memory. Because as I was reading the book right now, the narrator says "we" a lot. We drank hot chocolate. We sang Christmas carols. We did this. We did that. He was very involved, and in this movie, he was not involved at all with the festivities occurring. And I think that's another thing that kind of like makes this character suck a little, is you have all the pieces that you were hoping for and you're just fighting them tooth and nail. You're fighting against it. Stop fighting it. Just enjoy. If you enjoy, you're going to feel what you want to feel. You jump. Rolling Stones gives it a 25. The result is a failed and lifeless experiment in which everything goes wrong. I don't want to say it's like failed per se, but it does feel lifeless. And literally it does, like in the story, everything goes wrong. Like everything that can go wrong does go wrong.
Yeah.
And that's a plot point. This movie has no plot. The plot is boy gets on magic train to see Santa. And then the rest of the premise is, but everything always goes wrong. And then they just made a movie. Like that's the whole thing. All right, Tristan. 2004, Robert Zemeckis directed Polar Express. What do you give it?
I really, nope, that's too many reallys. I singular really wish I could give it a better rating, just from like the acknowledgement of what technology they were able to utilize and accomplish. But it's not enough to save the movie, and it's an F.
Yeah.
If it was shorter, if they did almost everything the same and they just made it shorter, they got rid of some of the like the unnecessary stuff and made it an hour long, even, like, I think it would be better than that. But because of the end product that we have, I don't think there's anything that's enough to be like, the animation was so great, but the story was horrible, so we'll give it a D. Like, no.
I think I want to disagree with you out of like common decency.
Right. A singular really of, I wish I could give this better grade than that.
Yeah, but if we were to really break this down, we have animation that doesn't age well, and the reality even back then looked kind of bad. 2, a story that is meaningless. 3, jokes that do not land. 4, unnecessary and borderline unpleasant musical numbers. 5, that goddamn engineer squealing for far too freaking long. 6. And this one I do feel bad saying. Too much Tom Hanks.
Too much
Tom Hanks. I think Tom Hanks is a great actor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually think he has that much versatility voice acting wise.
Yeah.
His voice is just different dynamics. It's not different sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not doing different voices. It's just all of it.
This one's a higher pitched voice and this one's a lower voice.
I wonder if this
normal voice.
I wonder if this is just like a Peter Pan methodology where, like, I don't know if it's present in the book, but a lot of visual renditions of it, many of the film interpretations of it, the father of the children is Hook. So it kind of like creates this weird, well, is it all real or is this just a manifestation of the children's imagination? And so we have this hero child where the conductor, the scary hobo, Santa, someone else, they're all his dad.
Yeah.
And he himself is his dad.
Is his father. Yeah.
Because his narrator voice is just Tom Hanks. But his dad is also just Tom Hanks. Like, I don't think his dad's voice changed that much. I think it was just
not really, no.
Am I saying Tom Hanks?
I don't know, man. I think we said Tom Hanks.
I think I did too, but now I'm suddenly in this place.
We've said it so much.
I know, exactly.
My brain is just like, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I was very self-conscious in that moment going, am I saying a different name? No, Tom Hanks. So
Tom Hanks.
I think this movie has too much Tom Hanks. And I think those reasons, and I'm sure more if we got into it, is why I think I agree, and it's an F. It's not a good movie. Like, it's not a good story. The lesson, quote unquote, learn doesn't really make any sense. They're just trying to follow the book, but they've added so much to it that the ending of the movie doesn't really make any sense. Kind of makes me doubt the book a little bit, but there we are, there we are. I didn't push the button correctly. Tristan, thanks for train skiing through this film with me. I think my kid liked it. So that's, it's a positive. Well, happy holidays, everyone. We hope you have a pleasant time.
You sound so defeated.
I am. You will hear us after Christmas. And we got one more for this year, and then it's next year. And who knows what's up for that, because I don't. And the song's about to end, but I'm going to finish anyway. I don't know what's up for next year, honestly. We'll get it done. And I'm going to end this now. Everyone, remember to review those rewinds. We will see you next time. Bye.